Good morning, fiber friends. Welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm Emily. I'm a knitter, spinner, sometimes a natural dyer, and I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It has been a slow Saturday morning. I seem to have a problem, and not seem, I do have the problem. Weekdays, cannot get out of bed. I languish in bed sometimes for an hour, just on my phone, reading, knitting, whatever. Weekends, pop right up, can't fall back asleep. So I've been up since 7, and it's 11 a.m. I'm like done for the day. I exercised. I watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills while I ellipticaled. If you know, you know. You Housewives fan, let me know. Let's talk. I'm caught up on Beverly Hills. Anyways, so I moved my body for 30 minutes, and then I did the first bit of knitting on my Freckled Whimsey socks. And then my husband made a Dutch baby for breakfast. So we just finished eating that. I'm gonna water my plants, tidy up the house a little bit because it got a little messy with decorations this week. And then my friend Ariana is gonna pick me up and we are going down to the Northfield area, which is about 40 minutes south of where I live. My friend Amy at Nash Lake Fiber Farm is hosting a winter market, and Lavender Loon's gonna be there, and Silly Goose Yarns, and Badger Face Fiber Mills, and Petal and Hank, and I'm ready to do some shopping. I'm very excited. So you'll see some footage from that today, some time in the car with Ariana. She has graciously agreed to knit, or not to knit, to drive. She's going to drive so I can sit in the car and work on my test knit. I have 6 days to finish it. I'm basically done with sleeve 2, and then I just have to finish the body. And it's 1x1 color work. It should be fine. But all I want to knit on is my advent, and I really should have finished this before, but you know what? Life happens, and as long as I hit that deadline, it'll be fine. Should we open advents? Okay. Oh, first off, sorry. Needs more coffee or less coffee, probably. Oh, that's the one thing I forgot. Wow, squirrel. Sorry if you have a dog and they are triggered by the word squirrel like mine is, because she just went to the window in the other room. I forgot to do the Nespresso video yesterday. I forgot I had the Nespresso advent. So you'll see some of that too. Anyways, we've determined too much coffee. Cannot focus. Here is my first day of the Anthology throw using the 11 grams of my Scrappy advent. I was very proud of myself for doing the Emily Ogden cast on, but I did it with a crochet hook, which is, I don't know if that's how you usually do it. I don't think so. I am not good with a crochet hook. I'm like, I have to pull it through. I don't know how to twist it to pull it. Anyways, I thought about doing some footage of me trying to do the cast on, but I was so embarrassed by my lack of skill with a crochet hook that I didn't. So you can all just imagine how ridiculous it was. I got it on the 3rd try. It is far from perfect, but I like it. So with that, let's open number 2 from my Scrappy advent from Lori. I messaged Lori this morning because I was like, I'm sorry, how did you get such a perfect mini yarn ball center pull? Like I don't know how you did that. Okay, day 2 is Practically Perfect Sock by Emma's Yarn. The colorway is Just Add Salt. It's another 80/20 base. Oh, what? So we all know I love a neon moment. I'm really excited for this. Cool. Oh, I can't wait to cast that on. Just Add Salt. Because is it like a vegetable? The green? I'm curious. And there's a piece of chocolate too. Yummy. All right. Now we will open up my 2022 destash Knotty Pine. I found several bags for Chris to wrap the mini skeins in. This one's from Anthro. I'm a big fan of their jewelry. And it's pretty. So yesterday was more of a bronzy brown. This one's more orange. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There. You can see the orange and the browns and the tannish. The colorway is Sunset Ridge. Really pretty. This one, my sweater, I'm not going to cast on until I finish my test knit raglan. And then I'll start working on that. But I'm not going to even, I have to stay focused or else I'm just going to get completely distracted. And then a lot of us are readers. I'm not a Bookstagram account, but I do talk about books a lot. And so I wanted to share my December book of the month. It is The Kingdom of Sweets, and it is a play on the Nutcracker. And when I've read reviews, it sounds like it's a pretty dark take on the Nutcracker, and I'm excited. Nicole, Professor Pearl, I thought of you because I know you're a big Nutcracker fan, and I think MJ's in Nutcracker this year, but it's going to be very different. So I am finishing Iron Flame. I'm slowly reading Iron Flame. I'm trying to enjoy it and not rush through it like I did with Fourth Wing. So I just finished part 1. I'll probably start reading this and do them separately. So like maybe this in the morning, Iron Flame at night. What I loved about this anthology throw is that it's a very simple pattern and I can read while I knit it. So that was fun because I felt like I was able to do a little bit of work on Iron Flame. Are you reading that book? What are your thoughts? I know a lot of people think it's overhyped, which I respect that. I love it, but you get what you get with that genre, right? Like ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, you get what you get. But I love it all. Anyways, the neighbor's dog's barking. I wonder if that means there's more mail coming. I'm gonna go work on my test knit and cast on this beautiful bright green on my anthology throw, and I will check in with you later to share the progress of my 2 stripe a day socks and to share probably what I purchased from the winter market. Fiber friends, I hope you had a great Saturday. I'm here to check in and share the updates on my Advent knitting, but also share my haul from the winter market that happened earlier today. Let's start with Advent knitting. Here is the Anthology blankets, day 1 and day 2. I love seeing the difference in how much 10 grams of yarn can get you as you keep increasing. I know my stripes are just going to get smaller and smaller the more stitches I add on. I think it's really pretty. The eyelets are so simple, but it's beautiful. I worked on this bit today while getting a beer with my friend Ariana after the fiber market. We went to a nearby beer bar. We both love dark beers. We like stouts and barrel-aged beers. So we got a barrel-aged beer and homemade potato chips with French onion dip, and we just knit for a couple of hours and caught up, and delicious. All right, here is day 2 of the Woolens Nosh sock advent, the stripe a day. You can see the neutral that kind of runs in between each stripe. I think this is just going to be some sort of chevron pattern. Navy was day 1 and the olive green is day 2. And then the next one is my Freckled Whimsey sock stripe miss. Is that the real thing? I think I made that up, but it's fine. Day 2 is this more plum color. Day 1 was this pale pink. I'm just doing vanilla knitting, so just knitting a tube. The ironic thing is that this pair of socks is for my husband and this pair of socks is for me. Obviously one is a little bit more feminine and one's a little bit more masculine, but we don't care. Sock's a sock. So here's where they're at. And then I also wanted to share with you what I purchased at the winter market. I'm going to link to all of the makers below just in case you want to check out their websites or maybe buy some fiber or yarn for you. I bought several skeins from Lavender Loom, but those are for gifts, so I'm not going to share them. The first thing I purchased were these 3 beautiful skeins from Badger Face Fibers at Get Ben's Farms, my friend Teresa. This is all milled by Teresa from local wool and it's been naturally dyed. There are 3 skeins of worsted weight 2-ply in this beautiful green. And I plan to knit a new Felix pullover out of these. I saw these when I was down at the mill a couple weeks ago helping out and I was like, Teresa, please don't even sell those. Like I just want them for me. And now they're mine. So more to come. I need to finish the test knit and then I want to cast this on immediately. I'm very much loving this and excited about it. The second thing I purchased was the most beautiful bat from Trinity at Petal and Hank. A bat is a type of fiber. It's a way of processing the fiber for you to spin it later. So you can get combed top, you can get roving, pencil roving, or a bat. And so this is what you spin to make yarn. From my understanding, and I am in no ways an expert, but I've made bats before, and you make bats by running them through a drum carder. And a drum carder is a smaller wheel and a bigger wheel, and they run against each other, and they comb the fibers in one direction. And then as you peel them off these big barrels, these drum carders, it creates a blanket. And so you can pull pieces from the blanket and spin them that way. And so this is a big old bat. So if I was to unfold this, you would open it, it would be just a big sheet of fiber. And it's beautifully blended. It is Jacob and alpaca, about 55 grams. And her notes are naturally dyed colors of Jacob fleece blended with jet black alpaca. How opulescent. And it's so pretty. So it's a little bit moody, which is obviously it blends in very nicely with what I'm wearing. And then the third thing I purchased is this lovely mug. The mug is from a friend that knits, but I didn't realize she did pottery. It's Wander on Pottery, and I'm going to link to her below. I love the mug. They're mushrooms. I'm a big mushroom fan. The inside is also extra lovely. I am a sucker for homemade mugs. Maybe one of the Vlogmases, I'll show you all of the handmade mugs that I have. But this was especially great. She also makes ceramic earrings, stitch markers, little trinket pots that would be perfect for stitch markers on your side table or bedside table for your rings. I'm a big fan. So I'll link to everything below. So yeah, after the market, Ariana, who picked me up and drove me home, we decided we wanted to go grab a beer. We weren't quite ready to go home. So we went to a beer bar close to my home, had a beer and knit and just caught up because it's been a while since I've seen her. It was also lovely to see so many of my other knitting friends. It was a good day all around. From here, I'm going to keep working on my test knit because I need to make progress on that. We're gonna eat the rest of the pizza that's left over from last night and watch some sort of movie. So I hope you had a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you on day 3 of Vlogmas.